Welcome, guys, to Guerrero's podcast. Today we have our special guest, Rafael Hernandez. This guy's
Sir.
been doing a lot for me and the business, of course.
Yep.
Besides the business that we do, he's a great relationship to have. Very happy guy, a lot of good energy and vibes. So I had to bring somebody that definitely live your spirits up, man, because we need to hear more about the people that help other companies, other people, other businesses to bring this onto you guys. Because at the end of the day, I didn't know about Rafael until I went out to a networking event, and through that, I was able
Yep.
to meet Rafael and his wife. Please tell me I got it right, Natalie.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So I just want to say thank you for coming on, Rafael. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself so that people know who you are and what you do.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Rafael. My background is very technical. So I have a computer science background from UC Berkeley. So very technical programming, building software, all of that. So like I love technology. I love software. That's what I love, and learning about AI. So what Jonathan was talking about, what we do with our company is we help other companies leverage systems, automation, CRM, software, all the back end stuff, like all of the sometimes not sexy stuff, but it's crucial for businesses. So that's what
It,
we do.
I was about to say it's crucial for us to stay looking sexy because with this guy, man, taking all that workload off your mind. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, until I got you to help me out with that system, I did not understand how much workload I was taking on myself. Because you
Right.
helped me break all that stuff down, man. So I really appreciate you. So if anybody ever needs help in making sure your business runs way smoother, making sure your head is way smoother with everything that's going on, because as entrepreneurs, man, there's a lot that we freaking have to, do, learn, and it's not necessarily that we know how to do the stuff. It's just the things that we have to learn how to do to make sure that we work a process and until we actually find someone that like yourself that can help me, you know what delegate there you go until we find someone that we
Right.
can delegate the work onto, which is
Delegate, and then I like and automate. I like just
mm,
finding different ways to automate. Like
hmm
even when we work together, right? We found like little things like, oh, okay, how can we save time and just automate this little message or this task or this invoice?
yeah, dude,
Because then
that
at the end of
definitely
the
is.
day, that saves you time, so you could focus like on other more important things, right?
That's right, the real activities that bring the bread, the real
Uh,
activities that help grow the mind, man. So
yeah.
definitely you got something good going on, brother. Happy to have you on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm excited for this, and yeah, for anyone else out there that like wants help with the systems backend, let me know. Shoot me a message on Instagram or anything. So,
That's right. So Rafael, one of the questions I have for you was when it came to getting into the whole tech space, right? All this
uh-huh.
other stuff, all the boring stuff that people don't like. What was the
hmm
one thing that intrigued you into, getting into that space?
It's a good question. What intrigued me? So like one thing about me is like I would consider myself like a pretty big like systems junkie. Like systems, like I like to nerd about systems and tech and AI. So like it was just something natural. I don't know how. Like I got really like I just really enjoy it. It's like my passion. Um, and then what I realized was like I was like, oh, I'm already doing it for my business, like my own life and business. Like I could do the same thing for other businesses, right? Because like every business needs systems, every business needs automation processes. So that's kind of like where I realized, like, you know what, this could actually be a business where I help other businesses do the same thing. And like I could geek out about like different systems in my life. Like it gets pretty let's say yeah, I could go like it's like pretty hardcore, like our systems are pretty hardcore, I would say
Oh, dude, they not only hardcore, man, but they alleviate, like I said, they alleviate a lot of the freaking stress. So
yeah.
it's definitely glad you are where you are because of you. I'm pretty sure other people that you're helping are helping themselves,
Yeah.
with your system get to where they need to be. Because dude, we need people like yourself that definitely like that back end work. Because not that work is not for everybody, man. It's
Right.
my hats off to you, brother, because it takes a lot of patience, a lot of knowledge to run all those programs, all the
Yeah.
coding, man. Whew, you're definitely breaking your hair out there.
Yeah, and I mean every like entrepreneur and every business owner, they have their own strengths, right? Like
Hmm.
everyone has their own strengths. Mine just happens to be like more the back end and all of that, right? And like some people, they're like more front end. They're like more like the salesperson. Like they're really good with people and building those relationships and all of that. And they're just really really good with that. So there's always like the front end, the back end. Like you kind of
Right.
see it with like Albert and Sil
And
a little
so,
bit too, right? Like they have their own strengths and they use it to work together. So that's just the way I see it.
nah, dude, that's as good as it gets and as true as it gets, honestly, because
Yeah.
we can do stuff ourselves, man. We always need someone to help us in our week in the section or part of our business or life that we're weak on, right? So I
Right.
myself, I'm very good at going after the goals, setting up goals, pointing out a direction. But we need
Yeah.
people like yourself to help us get there, because otherwise, man, we know where we're going. We just don't have a full blueprint to get to what we need to, man. And you make
Right.
that path easier and more clear for sure.
Right, right. All right, Jonathan, let me ask you a question.
Woo! Let's
What's
go.
what's what's like your biggest goal for your company this year for all roads? Like what's that one goal you're really aiming for?
Dude, I really want to get my team set up, dude. Like, I want to make sure that I have more people that I can delegate the work to, because now, like
Okay.
today, it was a super hectic day, brother. I was supposed
Uh-huh.
to only have two jobs, right? And I was like, yeah, cool, man. I'm gonna go tackle this, get my day's worth, and come out, right? Nope. Everybody was calling me. It's like, can you come today? Hey, can I talk to Jonathan? Hey, can I talk to Jonathan? Hey, can I? I was
Uh-huh.
like, God, dude. It's like I need to remove myself from the company, you know. So my biggest goal for
Mhm.
this year, at least for the company, will be to definitely get more, at least build my crew so that I can delegate the work and me focus on taking care of my clients. So if they call me wanting to
Yeah.
talk to me, that's great. I'll talk to you, and then I will send someone else to do the work. So that's
Man,
definitely the biggest goal.
funny enough, I'm going through the same thing right now. So like so I'll tell you a little bit about like our business. So right now I'm basically like a one man show. I have a VA, but she's not like she helps with like little things, like maybe like she'll edit like some of our videos and all that stuff. But I'm going through the same thing where I'm like, yeah, really got to hire more people to start
Yeah,
outsourcing and delegating. So, dude, I'm going through the same thing right now.
it's a really awkward situation, isn't it?
It's kind of hard because like I think for me, like maybe you experience the same thing. I'm like I know how to do it and I know how to like do it right my way, and it's kind of hard. Like you don't know if they're gonna do it the way you do it or the way you like or that or you know what I mean. So it
It's a
is a little
process.
hard.
Yeah, it is a process, man. It takes a bit. Right now, I'm actually training one guy myself.
Uh
Um, he came out from LA, believe it or not. Landed
huh.
out here about a month ago, and he looked for garage door companies in the area, right? Because that's what he knows how to do.
Uh huh.
And I didn't look for the guy, man. He came out literally to my house because my address is on the business, and he came to
Uh
my
huh.
mom's house and not. And he looked for work, and I'm like, damn, dude. I was like, I don't think I can even afford a guy. And then I did the whole thing Albert told us, right? The 2080, divide the whole thing
Uh
and
huh.
see how much you actually make an hour.
Uh
And I
huh.
was like, I can actually spend $200 on somebody a day to help me get the job done. And dude, I freed up so much more of my time, at least per installation that we do, or that I
Uh
would
huh.
do. I would take me about 4 to 6 hours, right? With
Mm-hmm.
this kid, man, we're freaking knocking doors out in 2.5, 3 hours, and on to the next one. I'm able to do two, three doors if I wanted to in a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
By myself, I'll probably get one, two at most, and not finishing, gotta come back. So with that free
Mm.
time now, what I've been able to do is focus more on not stressing so much, right? Because that's one of the things that we definitely can be doing, just not
Mm-hmm.
stressing too much, even though it is
Mm-hmm.
stressful. And then the other thing is focusing that additional time into building into working on the company, not in it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So dude, the minute I think one of the things is being able to trust those new people that we bring in to do their
Yeah.
job. And then it's not going to be a overnight thing, of course, right?
Right.
But it'll definitely get to the point where we're like, all right, dude, this is how you're working, let me show you how I work, now let's do it my way, okay? And then
Yeah.
little by little, there, at least from my side, that he's picking up the he's picking up what I'm telling him, and he's making the changes, which is
Mm-hmm.
great, so at least I'm not worrying about having to look back every time. It's like, nope, nope, I don't have to worry about the guy,
Uh-huh.
which is great. So I hope you get to that point, man, with your VA, because it does take a lot of training, a lot of
Training and
patience for sure.
trust.
Oh, then the trust is the other big one, man. It does take
Yeah.
a lot of trust for sure.
So that person is just working with you like full time now, or how does that work?
Right now, I only got him part time. But what I do is I take him 3 full days, right? So I would take him Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then
Hmm.
those days I'll just take him for the full day. I do give him like I like to take care of the people that take care of me, man. So all that time that he's saving me, I know I tell him I was like I'm gonna give you $200 a day, but I end up giving him his 250, which
Hmm.
is almost twice as much as he used to get paid back in LA. So
Hmm.
he's fucking happy. He's fucking happy. I almost got the golden handcuffs on the kid.
Uh, that's funny.
You know what the
It,
golden handcuffs are, right? We
yeah,
learned about
basically
that.
he's like locked in. He doesn't want. He can't leave.
That's right. That's right.
Is there any way you could like split that up where like he does his own thing and like that way it's kind of like you cloned yourself in a way?
So I'm working on that. I want to be able to train him to the
Hmm.
point where I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to keep tabs on him. I don't have to like keep looking at him or what
Yeah.
he's doing. Only thing I want to do is get to the job, do the walkthrough, check out his work, and be like, all right, dude, we're good. I want to get to that point of confidence where I could be like, all right, you could
Uh-huh.
go in by yourself. Because my
Right.
clients are very important to me, not because they pay me, but because a
Uh-huh.
lot of these clients I've been taking care for, dude, since I started the business almost, right?
Right.
So I always tell my clients, I will not send you anyone that's not welcome inside my home, right?
Uh-huh.
And if they're not working as good as I do, they're definitely not coming. So they
Right.
either work as good as I do, or they have the attitude that they want to learn, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to waste my time on those people. Like they say,
Yeah.
hire fast. Oh no, fire
Hire
fast,
slow.
hire slow,
Yeah.
right? So that's the main thing. I want to make sure that you know what you're on top of your game, and if you're not, bro, that's gonna be the third person that's out of the company, right?
Uh-huh.
So the next thing, we just did a 30 day audit about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
So I told him, hey brother, look, we have you on a 30, 60, 90 day audit, right?
Uh-huh.
So we'll check in again in 60 days and see how you're doing. If there's progress, great. If not, we're gonna see if we can make a change to get you to where I need you. If not,
Yeah.
then I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. But at
Right.
least there's I now have an actual process of hiring, right?
Right.
And then like we drive a lot, man. So I'm able to tell him, or at least talk to him through what my company values are and what the goal is
Yeah.
and the mission. So he's
Hmm.
with it, man. So at least he's on board with that, and I'm happy to actually have that kid, man. He's very hard worker, which is hard to find on any 19-year-old nowadays.
Yeah. Damn, that's
Mhm.
really good. And then
Mhm.
to that point, like for anyone listening, like what Jonathan said right now about the whole 30, 60, 90, like that's a great tool you can use for hiring. Like basically check in on 30 days, see how they're doing, check in on
Mhm.
60 days, 90 days. And the good thing about that is they know like you're like if they're not meeting their requirements or their responsibilities, they're out essentially, right?
That's right. And then also if they're not keeping up with your belief system, your principles and the mission, bro, it doesn't work out. Like I noticed with the other guy, he was just, or at least the first guy that I was hiring,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't up with, at least with the way I worked. And I told him, I was like, look, we gotta focus on this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't paying attention, brother. So we didn't even get to the 30 days on with that guy, I think. It was more less than 30 days. I was like,
They didn't
what,
even
brother, I'm
hit the
sorry.
30-day.
Yeah, I was like, you're great at this, man, but you know what? We're having problems here. If
Yeah.
anything, focus on this area, and then we can talk later. See if we can work something out. So
Hey,
I
the
was
whole
able. I wasn't. I
fire
wasn't a.
fast, right?
Yeah, I wasn't a total asshole, man. I did the Oreo. Was it you that told me about the Oreo?
The Oreo, no, I don't know about the
No,
Oreo.
so I forgot who told me, man. There's like, you wanna, man. Where did I hear that? I probably didn't at the time. I probably didn't know about it, but basically,
Uh-huh.
they say you give them, you get them constructive criticism, and then you tell them how they fucked up, and then just close it up with some good constructive criticism on how they can get better and improve. So at least you're not
Uh-huh.
just letting them go without, dude, you fucking suck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, so that's how you
one
get the
that just creates
Oreo, the
more
two
problems on
layers.
the on yeah, dude, it just creates more problems when you want to
Uh-huh.
fire people without actually complimenting them or just being a true asshole,
Yeah, yeah, that's good. At least they know like where they went wrong and like
hmm
so they don't mess up again.
Yeah, not and they'll if they were to go, not at least not work with you, at least they'll be able to go and fortify the areas that you're like, hey, look, dude, this is your strong area. This is what you should focus on. But you know what? For us, it's not working out. It's not matching our values. We have to
Yeah.
let you go. It's a little bit smoother than just telling them you're fired.
Yeah, you're out of here.
So, Rafael, how long ago did you start AutoMatrix?
So it's been over a little, probably a little over a year now. So it's still pretty like new and like I would say like a baby still. But a little over a year now. But literally every month has just been growing and growing and growing. So it's like it's probably been yeah because we've started other businesses in the past, but this is probably like my favorite, my baby, and like yeah, it's probably the fastest growing too.
And then for AutoMatrix, brother, who are
Mhm.
your main clients? Like, what industry is your main industry that's coming to you for all that help?
Yeah, so our main focus is like loan officers, realtors, brokers, direct lenders. So like all basically the whole real estate space. And the reason is because like when we first started, we started working with Natalie, my wife's sister Patty, and she's a loan officer. So we basically picked her brain and like understood like how a loan officer operates and works. And then like we had all that knowledge, so we're like, oh, like instead of just like going like super broad, like let's just niche down,
That's
right?
right.
So we
Specialize
niche
it.
down, and then that's like our that's basically our niche, and it's really cool because like we have a lot of good connections in the real estate space already, so
Nice.
it made sense.
Oh yeah, dude. Like it's kind of weird because I have a lot of people that are in the realty space, brother. That's why that was like, dude, I gotta get this guy on here because
Yeah,
a lot of the people I work for are in the
yeah,
realtor space.
yeah,
Some are loan officers, some are the actual, you know what I mean, the actual people that come and show you the whole house. But dude, I was like, if I could get this guy on here, man, and amplify what he does, just like I know
yeah.
people out here can definitely use that kind of stuff, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
that's what we're doing right now, and yeah, man, I love it. So what we have right now is like basically a whole system and software for loan officers and realtors to basically get leads through like Facebook and Instagram ads. So we bring in the leads. We have an AI appointment booking bot that AI is going to talk with the lead book the appointment on their calendar, basically for
damn.
them. Like we have a pretty cool example on New Year's Eve. Um, One of our clients was on vacation and the AI booked the appointment on her like calendar while she was on vacation. So we have all of that marketing, the AI, and the software, and all of that. And then right now, what we're developing is some pretty killer like metrics to track everything because what you don't track won't grow. So that's
That's
like
right.
the next level that we're doing right now.
Oh man,
Yeah,
can't wait to see that out. I don't know if I
yeah,
have it applied on mine, dude, but one thing that's for sure is it's saving me a lot of time replying back to my clients when they leave a
yeah.
review. So I just let the AI do its thing, and it definitely answers way better than
Oh
I
my
could,
god.
man. That thing
Yeah,
in
that's
Spanish and English, dude. It was amazing to see that. I was like, what?
yeah.
You speak Spanish too, man. Let's go.
But think about all that time that you would have like had to do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like all that time you get back, it's like cool to see. So like what Jonathan's talking about is well, first of all, Jonathan's killing it with his Google reviews. Like if you check out his Google reviews, if you check out his Yelp reviews, like he's killing it. But we
Dude,
have
this
an
guy.
AI that responds to all of his reviews for him. Basically, it uses that same comment and it responds to the reviews English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, whatever you want.
Jesus, dude. I'm over here super excited about speaking just Spanish and English. Look at this thing freaking go in every language.
Yeah, but but yeah, man, the power of AI, the power of automation, the power of software technology, all of that.
Yeah. Definitely gotta keep up with that because that's where everything is heading, man. You will definitely shoot yourself in the foot by not following through with what's coming up in business, in life,
Right.
and just in the world itself, man. Everybody's using AI for a lot of things. Do you
Hmm.
use ChatGPT?
Oh man, that's like that's I use that like every day,
Same
literally.
here,
Yeah.
bro. You know what happened once?
Uh
I was talking with my wife, and I was like,
huh.
dude, I started using ChatGPT. I forgot for what. I was like to reply to a customer that sent me some complaint, right? And I was like, I didn't know how to answer. And then she goes, so that's what you do. You be using ChatGPT to freaking argue with me, huh? I was like, what? I was like, maybe I should, man. Maybe I should. You know, it will
I
make it that much
know.
smoother.
That's funny. It's
But
gonna
yeah,
be
dude,
an
that was
AI response. You're like, how come Jonathan sounds different here?
she sounds so mature on this reply. Like, what's
I
going
know.
on?
You just pasted it to ChatGPT. Write a mature response to this angry message.
Yeah, no, seriously, dude. And that's the cool thing about AI, man. You can literally
Yeah.
apply it anywhere in your life, not just in
Hmm.
business. You could definitely use it to talk to people and transfer your message across much more clear.
Yeah,
Because
man.
sometimes, man, we don't have that clarity of those words to generate that conversation to go our way. Like for myself, if I say something, I'm like, dude, I could have said this better. And then the
Mhm.
conversation either went the total opposite way that I wanted to, or it's just stagnant. It's not moving either on the direction that I want. So
Yeah.
AI is a freaking, what do you call it? AI puts every conversation on steroids, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. So like some of the ways I'm using AI right now, like my AI writes. So I've been posting YouTube videos pretty consistently now, like every week. I don't know if you've seen that, but
The AI video.
AI, yeah, AI literally writes the scripts for me. It writes the title. It does like basically helps the thumbnail. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, AI is doing like every little thing. And if you think about it in the future, like AI can replace a lot of like hiring out that you probably like instead of hiring out someone that's going to write the scripts, AI will do it. Instead of hiring out someone that's going to create the thumbnail, AI will do it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty like incredible. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if I should share the secret, man, because it's so valuable. But
Uh-huh.
AI has literally helped me fill in the description of 5,000 words, which, from what I learned, is something that you want to max out the
Uh-huh.
description on any podcast or any video, because that's what helps reach more people, right? So if you
Yeah.
literally, like, if I go on AI and I'm like, I talked to Rafael Hernandez. He has a system called AutoMatrix that helps,
Yeah.
other companies keep everything in track, a CRM system, and we talked about this throughout the chat. And I was like, can you please throw out or can you please write me a whole 5,000 word
Or
description? Dude, this thing was
description.
just
Yeah.
in seconds. And then you just
Yeah.
have to review it. You only, instead of taking a whole hour to type that thing, all you gotta do is take about 5-10 minutes to read it, edit it really quick, which at that it's super simple, and it saves
Hmm.
you a ton of time, man. So
Yeah, and it
definitely
probably would.
AI.
It'll probably even do a better job than you because it has all the data. You know what I mean? It knows how to write really good like descriptions.
And I was wondering, man. So does AI? Because I know you're more deep into this. Does
Hmm.
AI take into consideration past conversations that you typed in there,
So
or
if you on ChatGPT, every time you create a conversation, it's like a new like thread.
Mhm.
If you keep typing into that same thread, it has that history. But if
Ah,
you
okay.
create like a new conversation, it won't. Um, But actually now, like maybe like a month ago, ChatGPT released like a new feature. You could build your own like GPT basically. Like I'll tell you what I'm doing for my business. I have a GPT where I trained it basically on how to write good scripts for YouTube. Like I have
Damn.
a GPT that I trained it on all of my company's like information, so it knows my company values, my what we offer, and like it's basically
That's
like my
cool.
business partner. So if I have a question, I'll talk with the Chat GPT because it already knows everything about my business.
Dude, that
Like,
is freaking neat. I'm over here asking ChatGPT. I was like, "Hey, can I call you Bud?" And that's as good as it got, man. That's as good
yeah,
as the friendship I got with ChatGPT. But dude, that's pretty neat. You're able to literally teach it about you so that it freaking
yeah.
reflects what you're trying to do.
So imagine for you, you can have like an all roads GPT where it basically knows everything about your company. Or like, I'll give you another example. Like, let's just say you hire someone, you can have a hire like an onboarding GPT where it basically like onboards your like new hire. Like the hire could ask instead of asking you questions, it'll ask the GPT, and it basically has like your brain in there.
Dude, that is freaking neat, dude. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. But I mean, just with what I've been
Hmm.
doing it, which is not like some high end stuff, kind of like what you're doing with it, but
Yeah.
just with what I've done, man, it already does some pretty good. So I can just imagine what something personalized can definitely get done.
Dude,
It's
it's
super cool.
pretty crazy. Yeah.
And the reason why I asked you, brother, was because even though I start a new thread on
Uh-huh.
certain subjects, right?
Yeah.
It uses some of like I even asked it. I was like, "Can you help me build my company values
Mm.
on this, on this, on this?" Right? I was like, "I want to use the acronym What's up." I was like, "Can you throw some words out?" And then it threw something out, right? And I
Yeah.
forgot what the first one was. I was like, "Nah, dude, that doesn't match me." I was like, "Can you switch it around to match?" I forgot how to ask. I think I asked. I was like, "Can you match it? Can you say something to match my core values on attitude? I want everything to run smoothly and all this other stuff, right?" And then he created the WhatsApp. The What's.
Mm.
I was like, the new core values. One, I wanted the acronym to be What's Up.
What's up?
WHATSUP, right?
Uh-huh.
And this thing started creating, like, I think I did it like 4 or 5 times before it actually matched something, and then
Yeah.
it came out with willpower, harmony, attitude, tenacity, and strength, and then unwavering progress. And I'm like, ooh, God, jeez, dude. I was like, I could have probably gone like a whole week trying to figure out the words, and this thing just switched and switched and switched, and it just
Yeah.
automatically kicked it in, man. And so now I
Dude,
already tell them, I was like, what are your core values? I was like, my core values are what's up,
what's up?
willpower. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, what's up? Even
Yeah.
even if you have a company, you're like, hey, what's up? It's like it automatically clicks in. Oh shit, willpower, harmony, attitude, tenacity, strength will lead to unwavering progress. And I'm like, boy, it just keeps getting better and better, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I like the acronym idea because you could memorize that easily.
And I got that through Jonathan from Limitless CEO, which that's his
Uh,
podcast.
uh,
Jonathan Rodriguez. He was like, "Nah, man, you wanna." Well, I got it from Albert too, but you know, sometimes information just hits different from other people. But when he
mhm.
said it, he clicked. It's like, "Nah, you want to make it an acronym, so that your people can remember it much easier, and you want to make it short and sweet." I was like, "Well, if I typically people are like, 'What's up?' or 'Hey, how's it going?' You know. So
Yeah.
if I tell someone in the company, it's like, 'Hey, what's up?' Not only said I what's up, like, hey, how you doing? It said what's up, and it would trigger that, you know, like, oh, what's up, boom, 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 boom. It's like, yeah, there you go.
So it triggers in their head.
So it's something that's gonna be constant, not without pressure, right?
Yeah.
Because even if we just like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And it's like, oh, what's up? Willpower, harmony, attitude, tenacity, strength, and unwavering progress. And it's like, oh, okay, well, it's something that would trigger the mind subconsciously to help you remember either way.
Yeah.
You know?
But like you said, that probably would have taken you like a week, but with AI, literally in seconds or like a few tries, right? Like a few minutes.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I'm with me. Would definitely would take me at least a week to come up with it,
Hmm.
because I can definitely communicate. I can definitely talk my heart out and my mouth off, but I will not be able to convey or come up with such a good acronym
Yeah.
description as ChatGPT. Man,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
mean
cool
it's
part.
creative. Like the AI is actually pretty creative too. Like I actually
Yeah.
have it create images for me all the time. Like if you see some of the images I post, those are all AI images.
They look super cool too. It's hella futuristic, dude.
Dude, they're sick. Like the way the images it comes up with, they're super sick. Like how do you even come up with that? Like you have to have really good imagination.
And I was planning on hitting you up. I was like, "Hey, brother, what?" I was gonna ask you what. I was like, I might ask Rafael what program that he used for the 3D images, because I was
Uh-huh.
trying to come up with something for Guerrero's podcast. I don't know if you've seen the logo, but I mean,
Uh-huh.
I was like, you know what? I just want something to be that only my head has. So I
Yeah.
started like trying to figure out. I was like, Guerrero's G. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the boom arm into a G with a mic. So that's why in the middle you see that mic kind of in the shape of a G, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, it throws out and reflects what it is. It's like guerreros. You already know guerreros, right? It's a freaking strong word. It's demanding. It's just not being defeated, right? So you already know
Yeah.
what that means. And then you have the G with the boom mic. It's like, oh well, it's a talk show or a podcast. You already have it in your head what it's going to be. So I just wanted to convey something very straightforward. And but eventually, I think I am going to use ChatGPT to make me a nice backdrop, man, because I need it.
Oh, well, check this out. I'm gonna do a little something different that probably other people don't do on your show.
Woo!
I'm
Different
gonna
is always great. I love it.
check this out. Can you see the screen?
Woo! Let's go.
So this is ChatGPT Plus. So this one gives you like the ability to create like GPTs. So this is what I
Mm-hmm.
was talking about earlier. I have the AutoMatrix AI GPT. So it basically knows everything about the company. This one creates scripts for me. This one helps me like learn anything, and then there's like a bunch of these other ones I'm working on. But check this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do create a logo for my podcast called Guerreros
Oh, you're about to kill me with this, dude. This is
Podcast.
gonna be super sick. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if I
Make
can.
sure
I
it
don't know
has
if
a.
do you think it will show on the recording?
I hope
What
so.
you're showing right now?
I
If
think
not,
so.
let me just turn the camera around, brother, so they could see the process of what you're doing, just in case it doesn't. But I want
Okay.
the people to see this because it's gonna be super neat.
Let's see.
Let's see, there we go. Just in case,
All
I got
right.
the other
All
camera
right.
on there.
You ready?
All right. Yeah, let's see. So create a logo for my podcast called Guerrero's Podcast. Make sure it has podcast mic with it.
What
Yeah, there
else?
you go.
Is
Let's
there
see.
anything else you want it to have?
Um,
Yeah,
Guerrero's,
you
but
can be
make
creative
sure it
here.
has a podcast mic in the shape of a G. Let's be super specific with the guy or gal, whatever it may be.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be
So
super
now
neat.
the AI is gonna create the image.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for
So
this.
so one thing that's really cool. Well, I'll tell you about something I did that's pretty neat recently, but let's see, it's almost done. But to get these images, you need ChatGPT Plus. It's like $20 a month, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
worth it. Okay, okay.
That looks
Get
clean.
Guerrer's podcast. I mean, it's close.
The lettering is like the least of the concerns. Just the logo itself is like nice, simple,
Yeah.
straightforward. You know,
Do
I
another
actually
one,
like it. That's pretty neat.
but make sure the podcast mic is the shape of
The
letter
letter G.
G.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try it again. But yeah, so one thing I did recently is I basically created like a what's it called? A life manifesto. Like what do I want my life to look like in the next 5 to 10 years? Like what are the character traits? Like what's my identity? Like what's my health like? So I did that. Okay. I mean, at
It's
least this
trying.
gives you like an idea.
Nah, dude, I like the simplicity because that was one of my main goals to shoot for simplicity.
Yeah.
One,
This
two,
one's pretty
three.
cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
Guerrero's podcast. But yeah, so I did this life manifesto. I basically typed out how I want my life to look like in the next 5 to 10 years. And then what I did is I copied it, I put it into ChatGPT, and I said, create an image that represents this. And like the images it comes up with are pretty sick.
Dude,
Like,
let's shoot for one right now. Let's check it out. Just make one up right now and let's see what it pops up so our people can see the real power of
all right,
ChatGPT,
let's
man.
do Jonathan life manifesto. Like, let's just do a few bullet points. So we'll do this for you. Like, what do you want like it to look like? Um, and then we'll tell ChatGPT to create an image that represents that.
All right. So what are some main points? Kind of like health, wealth, and just life in general type
Health,
thing.
business. Like, you could be like, you know what?
Okay.
I wanna be running a successful like multi-million dollar garage door business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have a successful podcast, whatever it is.
Okay. Let's put have an exit have a business sold for $1 billion, right? A garage door business sold for a billion dollars. Um, have a bulk be bulky at 220 200 plus, right? So that will be the health part. And my goal is to get by to 175 at least this year, to hit the 175 180 pounds, bro. I'm barely like 145 right now, so I got
But you
30
want to
30
be
some
fit
pounds.
and bulky at 200 pounds, like, or
Yeah, bro.
175? Or what do you mean, like 200 or
No, no,
170?
200. So 200 pounds in bulk. It's dude. At 180, like you seen my body, right? Like I'm
Uh,
slim, right?
oh,
I'm
so
slim,
kind of
but
you want to get like bulked up.
uh huh,
What do we say? Muscularly
muscular.
bulk, muscular
Mhm.
at 200 pounds. And then what
Yeah,
was the other one?
Let's put and let's see. Got health. We got the business. We got the health. Living in 5 million plus. 5 million plus home in the middle of fucking nowhere. Because I don't want people around me.
He doesn't want people around him. All right, all
You
right.
know what? Let's
So,
put around his property because I don't mind people. It's just I don't want people around my property. Let's be specific because then he's gonna
all
draw
right,
me like
this is Jonathan's life manifesto.
that
Create
was like
an
something really
image.
quick.
Create an image 16:9 ratio that represents this. I thought it was a cool thing when I did it, and it just started putting out like images because it helps you visualize like what you're like when you type it out and you're really descriptive.
Dude, you're fucking living in the future with this, honestly. Chat GBT manifesto.
Let's see.
So one of the things I also do, but
Damn, look at that.
shit, bro, that oh my god, dude, that freaking glass house just hits it like right on the freaking spot.
Yeah, look at that. There's no one
Woo,
around.
dude, I like that. I
Look at that.
like that.
Sold,
Sold.
and then your muscular 200-pound bulky body, and then
Damn,
the five
bro.
$500 million home.
That is super, super sick, man. I'm gonna screenshot this just so I could share it later.
Yep.
And
Dude,
dude, this is beautiful, man. That was
dude,
pretty
try this
neat.
out. Like what I did is like I literally got super descriptive, like a whole page of what I wanted to look like, and then tell
Mhm.
ChatGPT to create an image, and it comes out with some sick, like pretty cool stuff.
Dude, that is pretty sick, man. This is like
Yeah,
future living right here, man. If anybody's not using ChatGPT, bro, they're missing out on a lot of
yeah.
opportunity, a lot of information that could definitely help them, and a lot of time saved.
Oh yeah, like it's pretty cool. Like, and then this is basically your vision board. Bam, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. A vision board. Yeah, dude, seriously. Do
Just
you
put
want to
your
speak a
face right
little bit
here.
about vision boards, bro? Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people create vision boards, and I heard Natalie on one of her Instagram posts, which I definitely agree with her, brother, because you cannot just have freaking pictures posted everywhere without an actual plan.
Yeah,
So do you wanna talk a little bit about a vision board? Do you have a vision board yourself?
I do have a vision board. Oh, this one's thick too.
Oh, look at that. The city far away from me. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
look
I
at
love
that.
it.
That's
Now that's a
funny.
house I'm willing. That looks like a Home Alone home. You know what I mean? Like the movie Home Alone.
Yeah, that's funny.
It
Yeah,
has
look
like
at
little
that.
vibe to that.
Secluded with the mountains in the back. You have the little lake right here, river.
Yep. A whole lake separating me from everybody. I don't mind that. And I
That's
love
sick.
fishing, man. So
That's
the
sick.
best
But
part
dude,
about this one is I actually have a butt on there, bro. It's not all
that's true.
scrawny.
That's
Oh,
true.
dude, this
But
is
man,
so
this is cool.
freaking
Like that.
cool.
I love just like seeing what AI comes up with because you never know. Like you just never know.
Dude, and it's pretty. I mean, it's not like it's super like out of reach. You know what I mean? It's like something realistic. It's not like super futuristic. Terms like, yeah, dude, I don't see one. Like, nah, I see myself with something like that. I
Yeah.
love that freaking mansion. Looks
Yeah,
amazing.
dude, it's sick. But so going back to your question about vision boards, dude, I'm pretty big on vision boards. So what we do is we print out vision boards and we literally like stick them around the house. So like I have one right here. There's one in like the hallway. There's one in like in our bedroom. There's one like there's literally one everywhere. Cause like what I found is like just seeing it every day just reminds your brain. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm
I
pretty big on
agree.
vision boards, but like you said, like you have to take action, you have to get discipline, you have to do all of that, or else it's like never gonna come true.
Yep. Yeah, when I saw what Natalie had posted, I was like, "Oh, she about to trigger everybody with this shit." Because, dude, everybody's so happy to post freaking pictures on a poster, but ain't
Yeah,
nobody want to take no, like nobody wants to take the action to
yeah,
make sure that they happen. Like, there's no plan for it. They're just like, "Oh, look at the pretty pictures." Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it though? you know. So
Yeah,
I
like
definitely agree.
I also agree too, because like I've done that in the past where like I create vision boards and I just get like magazines and just start putting like a bunch of like words like travel, read, put some books on there, but like that's not really actionable. And you also want to make it measurable too. Like how can you measure, like you can't measure travel
Mm.
on a piece of paper. You can't measure, like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, definitely. You gotta
So
you gotta kind of like what you do with ChatGPT, man. You gotta be specific with what you
yeah,
want and how you're gonna execute the, or at least go about the process of being able to execute and attain those goals. Because just
yeah.
posting up a freaking board on your wall is not gonna make much other than probably get you hyped up every time you see it. But if you don't want to put in the work, definitely nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, and being specific too, like here what you did, you're like, oh, I want to be 200 pounds or I want to be 175 at this body fat. Like just being really specific with all of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Dude, that's one of the things I'm learning to do. Be more specific. There's certain words that I'm gonna be removing out of my vocabulary just because of that. Since I don't know if you're a big believer in this, but words definitely have an effect on how on the things that we achieve and on the things that
Yep.
we do. You know, because if we're not
Mm-hmm.
as specific, how do we how do our future self even knows what it is that we're trying to attain? If we're just like, I want the house, yeah, but what type of house? How much? Or where do you want to be? What color? How big? Do you have a pool? No pool? Do you have a big garage? No garage? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
specifics are always definitely the way to help yourself achieve achieve those goals not necessarily quicker, but at least achieve those goals in time with a good idea in mind of how to get to them.
Yeah, and like you said, like thought, like words are super important, like super powerful. Like like even me and Natalie were talking about it um the other day, and I mean this is a little personal, but it's like we're
Hey,
talking about
brother,
how
and sorry to cut you off. Just we can always edit this. So if there's something that you don't want to throw in there, we can always edit it out, brother. So whatever
yeah,
happens here, we'll stay in here unless you're like, dude, can we just not put that on there? And then we'll
yeah,
make sure to edit
okay,
it. No worries.
yeah, no. So I was just talking about like the power of words. So like right now we're going through like well, Natalie's pregnant, right? We're like gonna have a kid in 2 months,
Congrats,
and
brother.
one of the
Congrats.
things that
Oh, 2 months
huh,
of dude, time
two-
flew.
I
Holy
know,
baby Jesus. Oh
I know,
man,
it's
congrats,
crazy,
congrats. But
dude.
yeah,
Two
keep
months
going.
ago.
Oh,
Dude,
dude.
it literally flew by. But right now, what we're doing is we're doing like a pregnancy class. Like every Saturday, we go and there's like this instructor that teaches you all about like the process, like nutrition, exercise, all of that stuff. And they're really big on like I guess more of the holistic side, like not taking like all the drugs and stuff they give you at hospitals. So basically, like you know the epidural, right, where they basically like
Yeah.
numbs you and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's a big needle that
basically,
goes in the back.
what's that?
I was like, that's a big old needle that goes in their back.
The big, yeah, the huge
Oh, dude,
needle,
that's
right?
horrible. Yeah.
So like the thing like the instructor said was like, oh, don't go into it like if you want to have like an all natural birth where you don't want to do like any like drugged or anything, like don't go into it just thinking I'm gonna try, because if you say I'm gonna try to have like a natural birth and I'm not gonna do it, you're not, it's like realistically you're not. But if you go into it like, hey, the only way I'm gonna have this birth is like natural, that's the only way I'm doing it, then you're more likely to actually go through with it, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like instead of saying I'm gonna try to, like I am going to. Like words are just so powerful. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's why being as specific on certain things, bro, definitely helps the mind get
yeah,
you to what you're trying to do. Yeah, because if you just say yourself, "I'm gonna try," you already put it in yourself. It's like I'm gonna try, but I already got my way out. Like
yeah.
I have
You
a
give
way out.
yourself a way out. Exactly. Like you know what? I'm gonna try, but if it doesn't work out, it's cool, right? So a lot of people they want things, but like, are they gonna put the effort to like actually get it done?
That's right, man. I love
Yeah,
that. I love that. Definitely had to change that. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna make it happen this way. So
yeah,
that's amazing.
exactly,
Brother, I know it's
exactly.
a little bit off of subject, but I see you got a whole rack of books right there. Are there books that you actually read, or they're like from school, or
They're
just
just
books that you've been stacking?
they're just decoration.
I don't say that, man. I'm pretty sure you read a couple of them. You're saying like you haven't read any of them.
Nah, I just put them there so it looks like I'm like I just actually read.
This guy is fucking smart. Don't believe him. He's super fucking smart.
Yeah, man.
he's.
Uh,
I know you read at least a couple of those books, bro.
yeah, maybe like one.
Do you have a book recommendation for people that could definitely get them started on a journey of transforming themselves?
Oh yeah, man. I actually have a. I'm a big reader. I'm a big believer in reading. Um, I know some people are like, "Oh, you don't need books," but I'm a big believer in reading. Um, Transforming yourself. If I look here, oh man, I have so many recommendations. Like I think just in general, like mindset, like Think and Grow Rich. I think that's like a
Mm.
classic, a really good one. What else? Business related. Lately, I've been going hard on business books. Like I actually have them right here. This is a good one. It's called Predictable Revenue. This is like building a
Mm.
sales team. Uh, this one is good for people that work online. Like if you want to like build funnels and all of that stuff. And then like other business ones that I really like are these two. Like the Alex Hermosi books. Like these
I
are
missed out
these
on that
are
book, man.
dude. These are gold. Like these are really
I need
good.
to get me those books, dude. That's I just have a lot in the list, and I don't want to keep piling them up and just put them in the shelves. So right
Yeah.
now, the book I'm finishing up, I'm almost done with it actually. I just got a couple more chapters to go, but it's
Yeah.
Bobby Castro's Upsider.
Uh
So, like you
huh.
said, for people that are, or at least I ask, for the people that are trying to make that change,
Uh
this
huh.
book will have you taking self inventory, man, like I almost I was like, dude, do I want to keep reading? I keep telling everybody this. I was like, do I want to keep reading it, man? It's asking for so much change, like it's breaking me down, and
Uh
I'm like,
huh.
ooh, dude, you definitely got a lot of stuff to do to make sure you get to, or at least on this book, like I said, be it one of those upsider people that making shit happen, or at least get to
Right.
that next level. So that's definitely one of the books I would recommend to anybody, Upsiders. And I got it
Upsiders.
for. And here's the thing, brother. I was talking about this the other day. A lot of people, and I talked with this about with Jonathan as well, or was it Jonathan? Oh, dang, I forgot. Either way, we were talking about how some people don't want to invest. Oh, there you go. I was talking with one of my mentors. He was saying people don't want to start because they don't have the money to pay certain mentors, right? Because mentorship is pretty expensive,
Oh
but
yeah.
the outcome of it is definitely worth it, right? But if you
Yeah.
don't have the 500, the 1500, the 2000, the 2500, it could go up to freaking hundreds of Ks when you're at that level. But if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have the 500 to start, dude, like I said, I got this book for free. I didn't pay for anything. The only thing I did was put my information in.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the books that I didn't pay for anything. The other one is from David Seltzer or Meltzer, David Meltzer, I
The
believe that's
real
his
estate
name.
guy, or who's that?
Let me see. It's
Sounds familiar.
I believe Albert talks or has mentioned him before. David Meltzer, speaker,
Mm-hmm.
author, sports executive, investor, entrepreneur. So here I'll show you who he is. Maybe you could that guy.
Uh, can't. I don't know who that is.
Well, he's dude. He has a lot of if you ever get a chance, dude, follow him. David Meltzer. He has a lot of good information, man, and a lot of good conversations with different people. He goes live damn near every day in the morning. And
Yeah.
dude, instead of listening to the radio, listening to these guys talk to you, get a lot of value for free, man, for free. Like
Wow.
the stuff that we would pay for thousands of dollars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these guys are just like talking kind of like what we're doing right now, just throwing stuff out there, no problem. Like, dude, they're not even asking you but to come on a live and join. Like you over
Yeah.
here listening to all this rap music and all this other shit that's literally shit for the ears, but you can listen
Yeah.
to stuff that's gonna make you better. So,
Right.
dude, this it's
Yeah, I mean,
it's a
all
it's
the
a journey.
information is out there in books, YouTube videos. It's all out there.
AI.
Two AI. Yeah, AI. Two more books that I'll recommend, and this is just because like I'm like going through like parent like becoming a father and all of that. This
Oh,
is a
that
really good
book.
book. It's called The Intentional Father.
Mm.
this one, and then there's another book called The Daily Dad. So The Daily Dad, it's basically you read a page a day, and like it's really good. Like, dude, The
Was the
Daily
name of the
Dad.
second one? The
What's that?
Daily Dad? Was it?
The Daily Dad.
Dude, I'm
It's really
taking notes
good.
on
This
all of this.
Daily Dad, Intentional Father, like these are two books that I've been reading, and they're really good. It like opens up, kind of reminds you like the importance of parenthood and all that stuff.
And bro, so let me ask you this, bro. Now that you're going to be a father, father, dude, that Mexican kicks out so hard. Now that you're going to be a father, brother, what emotions are running to you, like through you? You know, because I know when I was gonna be a dad, dude, it was a difficult time for me because I was not expecting it. It was not planned, and that kid said I'm coming out, even if my wife was on birth control, dude. So this guy came to this world freaking like, he was meant to come out. You know, it's not like,
Yeah,
even if we try to stop it, like, what the hell are we gonna stop? He's already here. You know.
yeah.
So for you, what emotions are going through you, brother?
Oh man, I think it's like a lot of excitement. Like I'm super excited and stoked to be a dad. Like I can just picture it in my head already. Like I'm excited for him to come out already. So a lot of excitement. What else? Um, and you know what? A little bit. It is a little bit of pressure, but the pressure is good pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I was about
It's
to say,
like
but it's
good
good
pressure
pressure.
that pushes you to become like a better person and a better version, because you know, because just knowing that, hey, this kid, like my son, basically he's gonna learn everything from me, so I have to be like a good example, right? Like,
Mm.
and he's not only gonna work like learn from what I say, but he's gonna learn from what I do, like from
He's gonna be
watching me.
watching. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's
Dude.
that little pressure, excitement, all of that, right? So just like knowing that I have to become better, because I'm gonna instill all of those things into my kid, essentially.
Yeah,
And
dude.
all the bad habits they learn, they see, they do all of that.
Super quick, man. My little guy is
Hmm.
picking up everything. Like, I'm trying to do better at not having my phone while I'm with the family. Right? It's just right now,
Yeah,
like I said, it's kind of tough being an entrepreneur and doing just about everything yourself.
yeah,
But right now, I came home. I keep getting calls, and I'm like, fuck. And I just sat there in the couch for a little bit before the call, and I'm just like trying to play around with him. But dude, we definitely gotta learn to be just put everything to the side and give him that time, because they see that, and before
yeah,
you know it, man, like if you give him a tablet, which, dude, I wouldn't even suggest it. It was horrible. I regret doing it. But like if you
yeah,
give him a tablet or a phone, dude, they're literally like this, and then like you're trying to talk to him, and it's like, yeah, like, well, who's dad? Who's that person? Like they don't care, man. They're just literally
yeah,
staring at that freaking device, and where did they get that from? Well, they see you doing the same thing, you know and they're like, well, if dad does it, well, I can too. Like that's just
right,
what they see. And dude, it's tough to have them just be stuck on the phone, and then take it away and you just hear this freaking screech of crying, man. And it's just like,
yeah,
it's not crack, buddy. It's a freaking phone. But that's literally what it becomes, like a freaking addiction, man. And it's tough to
right,
take it away. So I know you're definitely already know the power of all these devices, because you're definitely into it, right? You're
yeah.
you're in that space.
The
So I know,
power and danger too.
yeah. There
Yeah,
you go. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to manage that way better than most people can. And dude,
yeah,
I'm excited for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. Much love
yeah.
to you guys,
So
because that's definitely a big blessing coming your way, man. That
yeah,
child, you think things are going great right now? Wait till that kid comes through, man. You're gonna freaking see the growth. Like it's amazing, man, to see how. Just to put in perspective, my cousin had his kid way before I did, right? Like probably like 4 years before I had mine.
hmm,
And he went from working at this one job, we are doing plumbing, right? And then he started moving a little faster in life. And that's not just because he was doing great work or he was looking for work. It's just like, dude, now I'm a dad. I need to get better. I need to provide more. I need to get my kid what I didn't have. Which it's always like you say, it's good pressure. It pushes you to do way more,
hmm,
man, and it definitely helps you understand your limits and how you can actually outgrow and go past those limits. Because now a child is one of the most important things in your life.
right,
You know?
right.
So, dude,
Yeah.
I wish you too nothing but the best. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. 2 months to go, and yeah, I'm super stoked.
Dude, I hope Natalie's doing good, man. I know it's tough on them. It's
Y-
definitely one of the things that they gotta carry all that weight for all this time, and then
uh,
it's an emotional thing for them. I think it was their hormones or their chemical structure in their body definitely doubles up in everything, and then once they have the baby,
Yeah,
it's just a quick freaking drop of all that stuff, so it takes a huge impact on them.
yeah, man. I'm like, I have so much respect for Natalie and for just moms in general, because like, yeah, we didn't realize how hard it was gonna be for like just pregnancy, like in general. Like it's tough, like you said, all the hormones, the having to carry the baby, like your lifestyle
Hmm.
changes a bit. So yeah, like it's super tough. Like, dude, my hats off to all the moms. Like,
No,
it's so
seriously.
tough.
Seriously,
Yeah.
especially the entrepreneur moms, man.
Oh
Now they're
yeah.
gonna have a full 48/7. It's dude, yeah, dude. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be amazing. You guys are gonna
Yeah.
learn a lot more about yourselves than you think. It's
Yeah.
definitely a great, beautiful journey. Even to now, man. Like my little kid, man. I definitely keep telling myself that's one of the things that I'm working on is
Yeah.
becoming a better dad for my child, a better role model. Because
Yeah.
we're not all the best, right? And so, like you
Right.
say, our kids are gonna be watching us. They're gonna be looking at us and
Mm-hmm.
mocking us. So one of the
Hey,
things.
you gotta add it to your manifesto.
There you go. There you go. Like I said, dude, I'm already like after you said all that stuff, I was like, dude, this guy's living like in the future, freaking creating his future life, creating all the
Yeah.
scripts. It's like, dude, this guy's gonna be sitting down talking to people just through ChatGPT. He's
I
already
know.
just kicking back, So it's gonna be, it's like,
Be like
to
Iron Man.
yeah, dude, like that's what it reminded me when I saw the dude just,
I
I was like,
know. It's
I
all
was like, ooh, that looks beautiful.
freaking
I
ripped.
don't think I want to get that bulky though. I just want to get like a good size, not that bulky to
Oh
where I
man.
can reach back and wipe. Because
Hey, that's what AI has planned for you, man.
there you go. There you go. That's gonna be that's literally the new way of making plans, probably, man,
Yeah.
through AI.
Oh yeah. Have AI book your flight and everything.
That'd be super cool. I'm pretty sure it can be done already. No.
Oh, actually, through ChatGPT, they have an Expedia plugin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you could
That
literally
is.
book your flight, hotel, everything through ChatGPT.
Oh,
Dude,
nice,
I'm telling you, like we're
dude.
already living in the future. It's crazy.
I'm gonna start using ChatGPT to help me get compensated for the Airbnb experience that they don't want to take responsibility for.
Dude, you should be definitely getting compensated for that. Use ChatGPT just to write up like something up and just send it to them, uh, and then just be like, make it sound like a lawyer wrote this.
Damn, dude. I'm not even gonna be like, I'm gonna have to lawyer up. No, my freaking ChatGPT lawyer wrote this. He told me to send you
Yeah,
this. Let me know what you guys think. If we can work out at least, a free trip, I'll be more than happy. You guys don't have to
yeah.
compensate everything back. Oh, dude,
I,
that's gonna be super cool. Lawyer ChatGPT.
lawyer GPT, lawyer
Damn,
up GPT.
dude. And then, dude, are you gonna start doing podcasts as well?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get into it. I'm like starting to build like a list of people that I want to
Mm-hmm.
like invite. I haven't started yet, but I do want to start getting into it. At least even if it's once a week, because it's 1 hour. You could do it. Like anyone
And
can
then,
do a podcast in
yeah, and
one
I was
hour
gonna
a
tell you,
week.
like you seen, we already ran through the hour so quick. It didn't even
I
feel like it.
know, I know that literally flew by. That's
Yeah, man,
crazy. But
it's
yeah,
fun.
yeah, I know. I'm enjoying this. I'm like, man, this is fun. Like this is really cool.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know if you saw my video on Instagram. I was like, did I just freaking find my new hobby? Like, holy shit, this is fun. You
Oh,
know?
dude, it's so cool. You get to connect people, ask them questions. Like, dude, like this is the best gig or
And
hobby.
no, yeah, and then, dude, like I said, we're not getting paid to do this, but just the fact
Hmm.
that we're talking, having conversation, and then the value
Yeah.
that comes out of this, that someone
Hmm.
can definitely use and use it in their life, or in
Hmm.
their business, is one of the things that got me started on this, because like ourselves,
Dude, there's so many good things out of a podcast. Like number one, you get to interview someone and basically ask them all the questions you want to know. Like you could, like you interviewed like a bunch of people. You basically ask them all the questions you want to know.
mm-hmm,
They're gonna share it with all of their followers, so you get a bunch of new exposure. And
mm-hmm.
then you're creating content because you could chop up those clips and post them. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like it's a no brainer. Like everyone should have a podcast.
And you know what the hardest thing about the podcast was?
Uh huh.
Starting, just starting.
Starting, yeah,
Like I'm like, do you got the camera? Like you sound pretty
yeah,
good. Do you
yeah.
have a mic by any chance?
I have a mic right here. It's a little mic right here. Yeah.
Okay. So the only thing, I mean, I'm not that I'm judging or anything, right? But one of the
Hmm.
things is having I'm trying to still figure out my mic um, to sound more professional, right? Or at least more sharp.
Okay.
Because recording with a phone or like even with the freaking laptop that I'm using right now, the
Yeah.
quality of the video is not all that great, and
Yeah.
the quality of the sound also drops a bit. So it definitely just getting started, bro. That matters. Like I think the freaking headphones cost me like $40, $60.
Hmm.
The mic, same thing, about $80, and then I just got
Hmm.
like a um little small mixer for one mic, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Hmm.
So the only thing I can think of, man, for the people that want to start a podcast out there is if you want to do some like for yourself, then some simple setup like the one I have is great. But if you want to get into interviewing people that are going to come on to your actual platform and
Hmm.
visit you in person, or you visit them in person, is make sure you have something that connects to mics.
Oh
That's where I
yeah.
messed up, dude. I was like, what was I thinking, dude? I was gonna do an interview style podcast, but I only have for one mic. I was like, ah.
Did you do
But
it with one mic?
with one mic, but I like, dude, it's a learning process, man. You cannot just like you cannot start off running. You know what I mean? Like just like a baby,
Yeah.
you gotta start. You just gotta start slow and figure it out. Like you say, 1% better,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the year, you'll be 365% better than when you started. So
Yep.
it's just about getting 1% better, 1% better. The next thing, like I said, is figuring out, at least for my side, get better content quality as far as video and my sound. And
Hmm.
then like the one of the things that I started doing too, because as you've seen, we just started, like I told you, we just started recording, right? But
Hmm.
one of the things that I had to start doing was introducing myself and my guest, because
Hmm.
even though me and you know each other,
Right.
the new audience or the new person coming in to check out the podcast, they don't know who is who, right? So it's
Right.
always great to start with the introduction. One of my friends said, "Dude, that's like the foreplay of podcasts. You got to get that in there." I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, you're right." It's like it's just so exciting, man, to start and talking to start talking, and then you just forget totally. Like for me, I told like the first two that I did, I totally forgot to do the whole introduction.
Yeah,
You know.
doing the intro is a good practice. I feel like, yeah, kind of you said it like sets the tone of everything.
Mm-hmm. It
So
definitely
I mean,
does.
I thought it was good. Another little life hack: if you ever have audio that's bad, go to Google and type up Adobe AI audio enhancer
Mm-hmm.
and put your audio in there. And dude, your audio's quality is gonna sound like super professional. Like it's crazy.
Enhancer.
Yeah, if
So
you
one
type
of the
that up,
thing.
it's free and dude, it's really good.
So one of the other things that I learned to do also was to have a notepad out, right?
Uh huh.
Because not only like to take notes, right, for the stuff that we're talking about, because this
Hmm.
one of the things that I'm learning through this process is that selfishly, I did this without being selfish, right? Because I wanted to bring this out to a lot of people, right, or
Uh
as
huh.
many people as I could to the crowd. But one of the things that I learned about doing podcasts is I'm learning more about me than anything.
Hmm.
It's really mind blowing to me, because I was like, dude, I was doing this to interview people and learn about them, but they're so reflective in my life that I'm learning more about me than
Hmm.
anything. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not just going in there and taking value. I'm also giving it, but the value that they're giving me, man, is just like, wow, I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown
Hmm.
because it's definitely putting things into perspective in my life, in my business, in what I'm doing. And like you said, I'm over here interviewing and asking all the questions, and I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot about certain things that I don't know about from people that know
Uh-huh.
more than I do.
Right.
So that's why always having the little notebook on the side helps me take notes, even though sometimes like freaking just doctor writing the crap out of it, right, with that nice lettering.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand is kind of like if you see the timer under there, there's it helps with the editing. Kind of like writing down the minute or the hour that you're on, and then be like a little note. It's like, oh, this is what this is about. It's a good catalog of
Right.
content. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, at least I don't have to go back and or I mean, I still do. I still rewatch the content, but at least
Yeah.
this way I'm able to have something to be like, all right, dude, can we go and check this out and cut a clip, edit it, and boom, there goes a reel, and boom, there goes another reel. So it
Yeah.
helps break down all this content way much faster, which Riverside does pretty good anyway. It helps you break down all that content either way, but having
And
a general
create the
idea.
clips. Yeah.
hmm Having a
Yeah.
general idea of what's being talked about definitely helps. Dude, I have my notes open and they went away. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Um, One of the things about you, Rafael,
Uh-huh.
is you're a very shy person, man.
Uh-huh.
When I was talking to you on the way to the restaurant when we're at Albert's 5K Mastermind, was
Uh-huh.
I was asking you, I was like, hey, dude, I was like, I need to talk to you. I need you to help me with something. And
Uh-huh.
like when I was talking to you, I felt like I kind of caught you in, like as a surprise, right? It's like, oh shit, he's
Uh-huh.
talking to me. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to pressure this guy into talking too much to me. I'm just gonna throw out the idea and then put the seed right in his mind, and then eventually we'll see what happens. And
Uh-huh.
as you can see, man, eventually what happened is you definitely helped me out with the business.
Yeah.
So how do you overcome that, brother? Because like network, like we definitely have to network, right? We definitely
Yeah.
have to go out there and shake hands. We definitely have to, like, if we're entrepreneurs, we definitely have to talk to people to get our product
Right.
out there. So how are you dealing with yourself as far as going out and talking to people, brother? Because I mean, parezco perico yo, like I freaking talk your ear off, but
Yeah.
that's just like a nervous tick that kicks in. So for me, just kind of the nervous tick is a good thing, at least for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question because yeah, I'm like naturally more introverted. But if you see Natalie, she's like the opposite, which is funny, right? She'll just talk and talk and talk, but she's really good. She's really outgoing. She's really bubbly, and she's like just naturally good at connecting people. Which for me, it's funny because I feel like some of the strengths she has, I lack, and some of the strengths I have, she lacks. So it's kind of funny that way. But how I deal with it, man, I'm still dealing with it myself. Like I'm still like trying to get out of my shell more. One of the things I'm trying to do is like really understand like the principles of like how to win friends and influence people, and just knowing that, hey, you know what, um like you just have to get genuinely interested in people, talk, ask questions, and that's all it is, right? It's just
hmm
getting interested in people and just asking questions. Sometimes I like shy away from that, but I'm still like learning and still trying, honestly. Yeah.
Nice.
But I think
Okay.
going, I always go back to that book though. Like whenever I think back, I think back about how to win friends and influence people, and kind of use that. Like, hey, like this is like how you network and talk to people and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
hear you, man. It's a tough place to be when it's hard to talk to people, but you have a great life partner, brother. Like you say, your life partner complements your weaknesses, and you
yeah,
complement her weaknesses, and it's just like, dude, we're moving together. We're pushing each other up
yeah,
one way or another. So that's beautiful, brother. Like I
yeah.
said, I'm really happy for you guys. That's a beautiful team.
Yeah, then at the end of the day, even with our relationship, just realizing that we're a team. So like whatever she lacks, I try to help her with. And even with me, like she even helps me. She's a really good communicator, speaker, communicator, all of that. So like I'm learning from her on that end. So like yeah, so it actually works out because it makes for a good team.
Yeah, definitely. You guys definitely make a great team, man.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, I wish we wouldn't have to cut this one, brother. I totally not to say that I forgot that it was Monday, but I got about 30 minutes to upload the freaking episode from for Francis, the one I did when I was out there.
Uh huh.
So I'm doing what you say you're trying to do, which is one episode a week, right?
Yeah.
And dude, I'm still getting the hang of it. I know, like I said, I'm trying to figure out the uploading because I'm not that tech savvy on any platform other than Instagram. But
Mm,
now that I'm into the YouTube channel, I'm trying to figure out ways to be more efficient on my posting. Like I said, I'm trying to be on time. I was like, I'm trying to put the episodes at by 8 p.m. Last time I
mm.
posted up by like 8:05, something like that. It was just the way that I was setting it up. I told YouTube to post it up by 8:10 or by 8:10 or something like that. And I was like, what? I could tell YouTube to put this at any time? Like, dude, like, or they call it a premiere or something.
You scheduled it, yeah.
And I didn't know, and I was just like pressing stuff, trying to figure it out. I was like, oh, dude, now I gotta wait because you already uploaded, so it's not like I can start all over
Mm,
and redo it, right? So, but it's a learning experience, man. I'm enjoying this journey for sure.
yeah. No, I mean this was a ton of fun, and I'm excited to see who you interview next. Maybe it'll be Albert or whoever, but yeah, I mean this is a lot of fun.
I'm building the knowledge, bro, to be able to interview Albert. Not that I cannot do it, but I want to
Yeah,
be able to show that respect for his time, not
yeah,
actually have something in place to be like, this is what I want to talk about. This was going to be like have a flow that looks very professional. Not to say this
yeah,
wasn't, because like I said, this is fun. It's great to have conversations even without a script, honestly. I think
yeah,
that's where a lot of the value comes from, because it's so natural. We're not over here trying to figure out, or not trying to. We're not going off a script. We're literally having a real conversation, And
right.
to me that's really it's well, at least for myself, it's more pleasing when it's through a conversation than a script. Because even when
Hmm.
it comes through a script, man, like we start talking and then the conversation goes a totally different way. So it's like, dude, this is a much easier way to continue with the conversation and the flow of it than having to be like, I'm asking you about, let's say your AI, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then damn, I was gonna ask him about this. All right, well, let's stop talking about that. Now let me ask you about this. Like, the flow of it kind of gets ruined. So I like just
Yeah,
having the conversation, because throughout the conversation we definitely share a lot of stories, a lot of value, and we're able to have a good flow with it.
yeah, and it just flows instead of like
Mm-hmm.
trying to check off little things.
I
Yeah.
mean, as you see, dude, we literally just talked just about um we talked about different subjects from the systems to hiring to
Yeah, we talked about some good
AI.
stuff. Like I
Yeah,
think this
about
was
your
jam
family,
packed with some gold nuggets.
Yeah, that doesn't sense. Like, dude, this is amazing, brother. That's why I like having just that conversation style where I don't have to go off a script, because once I go in a script, man, like I have not that I cannot stick to it, but the conversation flow is much better than if I had a script, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
liked it. This is a lot of fun. Guerrero's podcast. What is this, episode number three or what? Four,
I
five,
this is episode 4, brother. You're
four?
episode
All
4.
right, it's
Thank
my
you
favorite
for
number.
coming through, man, and joining. And then I'm gonna ask you what I ask every single guest that I had. What
All
does
right.
a guerrero mean to you? What does being a guerrero mean to you?
Oh man, I actually does Guerrero mean something? Is that does it, what does
Come
a
on,
Guerrero mean to me?
man.
Guerrero means warrior, right? Guerrero means
Guerrero.
warrior. So what does a warrior mean to me? I think for me, like a guerrero, a warrior means someone that's courageous, right? Someone that's brave and that's not scared to chase their dreams or do whatever they got to do to get things done. So I think it's just courage and bravery.
There you go, bro. I love it. I love it. It's saying that you're being a guerrero is being a warrior is literally just me asking you, what does being a warrior mean to you?
Yeah,
So when you tell me
uh,
being a guerrero means being a warrior, okay, well, what does being a warrior mean to you? You know.
yeah,
So thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate it. This was freaking fun. This was amazing. I enjoyed it, and just like you said, man, leaving with a lot of good golden nuggets here, and being able to see the
yeah,
future self was definitely fun as well. Like you said, nobody. I mean, up to now, you're gonna be the first one to ever show me ChatGPT on here, man, and the power of it.
dude. I
Um,
hope we get that clip where we get the images.
Me too, dude. That was freaking fun, man. So I mean, with this, man, we're gonna end it. We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it at We're gonna call it at the. I mean, we're gonna call the end of it. And dude, like I
Let's
said
go.
again, thank you for having us. I mean, thank you for joining us and actually
Yeah.
having us too, because you could definitely use this for your podcast, dude. And
Yeah.
turn it
I
around.
know.
But
Episode number 4. Let's go.
let's go. Again, guys, welcome to Guerrero's podcast. Don't forget to join us for this episode, which will be dropping down pretty soon. We'll keep you updated with the times. Um, Again, this is Rafael Hernandez, the guy making sure that I don't break my head with the systems in place. So if you ever need help in your business, in your company, in anything that you're doing that requires keeping track of just about everything, this is my guy right here, Rafael Hernandez with AutoMatrix. Thank you again, brother.
Jonathan.
You have a great rest of your night, brother, and we'll talk soon.
Likewise, Jonathan. Take care.